It's everyone's dream, really, to pull Shohei Ohtani, or not even just Shohei Ohtani, all these top live series cards like Judge, Tatis, Witt, J Ram, so and so. But we can all admit that pulling Shohei Ohtani is the best pull in this game, and I actually ended up pulling Shohei a couple weeks ago. Made a video on that earlier if you want to go check that out. But regardless, today we're going to be going over what are the odds that you pull Shohei Ohtani or any of these other live series diamonds or headliners or cards and packs in MLB The Show 25. So let's get into it. So we're in the show shop, and they've had the pack odds in the game for forever. I think they included them in the game in 19. I think that's when we could see them. And you can click on a pack and you can see the odds for the overall players, right? But if we go to headliners, it'll only show for a diamond, a gold, and a silver. Or this is the show pack, but same thing with headliners. It'll show you, but it doesn't specifically say your odds of getting a 90 overall or the odds of getting a 91 overall, which would be Shohei. But recently, if you look at the bottom, it says see all drop rates online. So I'm going to hold this down and I'm going to pull this up if it'll work. It's not, okay, it might be because in there. There we go. MLB The Show a couple weeks ago released all the drop rates for every pack, and it was very intriguing to the community, and I went through some of them, and I'm just gonna go over these and just chat about them and really go over what is your chance of getting that Shohei pull or that Judge pull in MLB The Show. So let's get into it. So I've pulled up the website on my PC, of course. It's so much easier to just do it on my computer than on the actual PS5, but there are going to be 4 packs that we're going to be going over in this video. I could go through literally every single one of these, but it would be hours upon hours, and some of them are just boring. Today I'm going to be discussing the show pack, the headliner pack, the ballin pack, and the chase pack. Those are the 4 primary packs in this game. If you want to look at this, I'll put the link in the comments. It'll be like the top comment to the drop rate website if you want to just scroll and mess around and check some of this stuff out on your own. You can go ahead. But if we just check this out a little, they have so many different packs, and you just click on one of them and it'll show you all the odds of literally everything. Like for example, let's click on a Ultra Egg Hunt pack. It has everything, and it has all the odds. So this is obviously catered to the egg pack. The base tier, all these guys are 26.219%. The middle tier is around 21.072%. The rare is 19.589%. And then that special Jorge Polanco is 6.943%. So it's just intriguing to look at these and to see, okay, what's like my actual chance? And it helps a lot when making decisions when buying packs. I myself personally don't buy packs at all. I recommend nobody buys packs, but if you want to, this is a good thing to look at. So let's get into these 4 packs. So if you go through the show pack, like there's so many items on this page. It has like all the unlockables too. So I'm not gonna bore you guys and go over all that useless crap. In this video, I'm just gonna talk about the diamonds. So I already went into these and put some stuff on an Excel spreadsheet, which I have on my second monitor, and it's not on the screen because I don't really want to spoil the whole video. But it just has some notable things. So basically, we're in this tab is the show pack, and going down the list. So there are some players that I just didn't feel like including. The show pack, you can pull any live series player, you can pull any headliner, you cannot pull chase cards, and you can pull the special cards from from other content drops like new threads, egg hunt, pipeline. I just was honestly too lazy to include these because it's like whatever. Those odds are pretty low, I will say. Here's one, for example, this Tyler O'Neill from New Threads, 0.008. Like, it's pretty rare, but you can get these cards and they're pretty cheap, so it's not like anyone really cares. But regardless, let's talk about the live series cards if we want to scroll up a little, starting with the show pack. Let me do headliner first, actually. So in the show packs, you can pull a headliner. So the odds of pulling all the headliners, it doesn't matter which one, they're all the same. The odds of pulling a headliner in a show pack is 0.004%. So if you pull any of the headliners, it's pretty rare, but ultimately it's not going to give you a lot of stubs because a lot of these guys are cheap. Now there's some headliners that are like a little more expensive, like the Jonathan Loaizaga, but pretty low odds, like really low odds, and it kind of makes sense because those guys are featured in the headliners pack. So you would assume that they wouldn't be very prevalent in a show pack. Now we're just going to go down the line of the live series overalls. So 92 is a 0.008% chance, and I got all of these by just pairing it with one of these players and their overall ratings and the percentages. So like for example, the Garrett Cole, he's an 85. I just took this and put it in 85. That's how I did this. So the 92 overalls, which is just Judge and Tatis, the chance of pulling them in a standard pack is 0.008%. 91 is 0.008%, so they're the same odds in a standard pack. So your odds of pulling Shohei Ohtani in a standard pack is 0.008%. That's pretty low. But I did pull him. I pulled him out of a silver pack, and I'm pretty sure the silver packs have the same odds. It's just one player. So yeah, I kind of hit the lottery there. 90 overall, so just Bobby Witt, 0.012%. 89s are 0.016%. 88s are 0.020%. My formatting is 3 decimals in Excel, so I just added the extra 0. 87s are 0.025%. 86s are 0.039% in a standard, and then 85s in a standard 0.040%. So these odds are pretty interesting, and one thing I will say too, these are the odds for individual players. You have a 1 to 50 chance of pulling a diamond, so you're gonna have to add, if you want to figure, like, it'll all add up to what it's supposed to be. Theoretically, if you add up every single diamond, every single live series, or I would assume every single diamond, including the headliners in the live series, it should equal 1 to 50, which is 2%. So that's why these are all super low, because they're split across that 2% of all of these players you could pull. Now moving on to headliners, the cards that you can pull in a headliner, I mean, it's pretty simple. Just the headliners in the live series. I think you might be able to pull the Ekman, but I just whatever. But headliners is a little different. The odds are they're better, but it's also 6 times the stubs to get this pack. So yeah, I've never had good luck with headliners, especially recently. But let's go over the odds. So there's a big difference between the featured headliner and old headliners. So the featured headliner is the headliner that is a part of the pack. So today, pack 13 came out, and the special headliner was Harold Baines. The old ones are ones from previous headliners. So the current headliner, Harold Baines, in pack 13, the odds of you pulling him is a 4.416%. Yes, over 4%. That is higher than I thought it would be, in all honesty. Now, for all the older ones, it is 0.017%. And I think another thing that we should note is these odds are going to change every time another pack comes out. I think these odds are going to go down every single time there's a new headliner, because it's a small percentage that they need to split across more players. So that's another thing too. If you're watching this video months after I've made it, these are probably going to change. But I think the live series ones won't change. Unless there's a new live series card in that overall threshold, it might go down a little. But yeah, this is just for now, at least in mid-May of MLB The Show 25. Going down the headliners, the old headliners, the odds 0.017. So it's a lot rarer to get an older headliner than a current headliner, which makes total sense. And then going down the live series, so 92 0.024%, 91 also 0.024%. So there's your odds for Shohei. 90 overall 0.036, 89 0.048, 88 0.06, 87 0.088, 86 0.235, and 85 0.341. Now for the chase pack, I could kind of just scroll around here because there are not many cards you can pull. It's literally just live series cards and chase cards. They just changed it to only diamond as well, so there are no golds in this. but I'm still going to use the Excel because I just have it handy. For the chase card, there's a big difference between old chase cards and the current chase card. If I'm going to scroll all the way down, the current chase card, Willie Castro, is 4%. That's honestly kind of higher than I thought it would be. So you have a 4% chance of pulling the current chase card in that pack. Now for the older ones, they are 0.1%. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in total, it's 0.6% of getting an older chase card. It's still possible, but it's very rare. We want to talk about the live series cards. They're interesting. So for chase packs, I already mentioned the current and the old. 92s is 0.08, same with 91s. So there again, there's your Shohei odd. You have a 0.08% chance. For a 90, 0.12. For an 89, 0.16. For an 88, 0.2. For an 87, 1.09. For an 86, 2.919. And for an 85, 4.234. And remember again, like I said, if you combine them with all the 85s, that'll be your chance at an 85. I don't know how many there are here. There are a lot. But like, for example, I can do some quick maths right here. 0.2. So the 0.2 is the 88s, and there are 5 88s. So you have a 1% chance at an 88. If you want to do the math and go more in depth, you can do it yourself. And then lastly, we have Ballin' as a Habit packs. Now this pack is 1-1 of a gold. You're guaranteed a gold, and you have a 1 in 15 chance of a diamond. But going more in depth, I'm just gonna go through this pretty quickly because this video is already really long and I've explained everything already. So your chances of getting any of the headliners is 0.033, a 92, 0.03, 91 also 0.03. So for the fourth time, that's the odds to pull Shohei in a Ballin' pack. 90 is 0.045, 89 is 0.06, 88 is 0.075, 87 is 0.071, 86 is 0.191, and then 85 is 0.276. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. If you guys are new here, follow me on all my social medias, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, but most importantly, make sure to subscribe in here on YouTube. So yeah, see you guys in the next one. Peace.